Some think that sneaker collaborations have gone the way of movie reboots, which is to say, overused to the point of ridiculousness. In the past, when sneaker collaborations were announced or set to be released, there was a tangible excitement surrounding it. Collaboration lies at the core of sneaker and streetwear culture, after all. Yet in recent times, it feels like one of the most exciting parts of being a sneakerhead is kinda getting old. I'm Nate the Great from TakeFlight214.com, and recently High Snobiety did an article covering this issue, which got me seriously considering the prospect. Are sneaker collabs on the same track as the movie reboot? Before we get into it more, I gotta get the customary plea for your acceptance and appreciation out of the way by imploring you to hit the like and subscribe button. We're almost at the 1,000 goal mark, as of this video, we're about 4 subs away. So if you like all things sneaker and hype culture, then smash the buttons and join the movement, because we're almost there. Anyone that knows me personally knows I hate movie reboots. And that's not to say that they all suck all the time, but for every It Chapter 1, you have a dozen Men in Black Internationals or Ghostbusters 2016s. The movie sequel used to be a rare thing, reserved as a special moment when the art was so great it warranted an encore. Today, it's a cheap hackish tactic of money grabbing. But this isn't a video about movies, it's about sneakers, more specifically the sneaker collaboration. And as we progress, you'll see why the analogy of movie sequels and sneaker collaborations are so fitting in my opinion. But wait, let's go back, 21 years to be exact. When the Stussy by Nike Huarache released back in 2000, it was credited as the very first sneaker collaboration. It was a wild new approach, which saw a retailer and brand join forces to create a special version of an existing sneaker. And although there would be other collabs, back then they were reserved as a special event. Now it seems there's a new brand collab dropping every week. In fact, it's gotten so crazy that some sneakerheads view drops that are not collabs as lesser for some strange reason. If you want to pinpoint a moment where sneaker collabs reached a peak, I would have to say it was back in 2017 when Virgil Abloh first released the 10 collection with Nike. The original collaboration was industry shifting and firmly landed Abloh on the top of both the sneaker and fashion world. But at what point do subsequent releases, most of which are just the same shoe in another colorway, hurt the project's legacy? Fast forward 4 years in, and Virgil is not only still releasing alternate colorways of the original 10 collection, but will now be releasing the 50 Dunk collaboration collection soon. And as of a few days ago, is reported to be doing a 3-way collab with Louis V and Nike on the Air Force One. Travis Scott is perhaps the worst example of collaboration oversaturation. On the one hand, his Jordan brand collab on the Retro 1 produced one of the most iconic takes on the silhouette ever. But on the other hand, it would seem that Travis never saw a deal that he didn't like. Since the Jordan 1's success, Travis is huge in the sneaker game. But some collabs, such as the upcoming one with Travis and Fragment, leaves you scratching your head asking why. I mean, really, what's the point? Considering it's just a new colorway on the same shoe that Travis has collaborated on twice before. It's the exact same silhouette as the Cactus Jack Low, and basically the same as the PS5 Dunk Low, considering the two shoes look so similar. What on earth could be the reason for releasing these, you might ask yourself? And the answer is money. Easy money, or at least in my opinion. It's an obvious money grab. Hey, the Travis Jordan was a smash. So was the Fragment collab. So what do we do next? Throw them together. At this point, Nike is playing a game of mix and match, and it's a solution to a problem of Nike's own making. Hype in the sneaker culture is out of control. The new age of sneaker consumers has been bred to respond to hype and hype only. If a sneaker isn't the most limited release of the week, or if it isn't designed in collaboration with whatever brand, designer, or celebrity is the hottest right now, many sneakerheads consider it not worth owning. So how does Nike try to stay ahead? Well, by consistently trying to one-up itself with 3-way collaborations like the Travis Scott by Fragment or Clout by Sacai. It got so bad that Nike found itself in a very interesting situation this year. When the Mischief by Lil Nas X Satan Blood Nike Air Max 97 was announced and received expected backlash, Nike fell over themselves to renounce and distance the brand from the shoe before getting their lawyers involved and halting the sales altogether. Collaboration is not a problem when it's thoughtful, genuine, and there's a point to it. But one result of the oversaturation of collaborations is that brands are trying to one-up each other. leaving consumers with products that they didn't ask for. But some brands are trying to get away from this in an interesting way. Several companies such as Asics, New Balance, and Adidas have brought creatives that they would normally have collaborated with in-house. Adidas was in a way the first to experiment with this. Although Kanye was never formally brought in-house, he does have virtual free reign on his Yeezy wing. Rather than releasing a collab design, Adidas basically gave Kanye his own sector. And although Yeezys have become more available and frequently released, it really hasn't seemed to deteriorate as much. Kirby John Raymond is now the creative director at Reebok following several highly successful fashion collaborations. And as a result, Reeboks are starting to look a lot nicer these days. And Teddy Santis of Aimé Leon Dior will head up New Balance's Made in the USA program starting in 2022. However, collabs haven't seen the sunset just yet. They seem to be rolling out more frequently and needlessly than ever before. As previously mentioned, Virgil Abloh is releasing yet another three-way collab with Nike Air Force One and Louis Vuitton. That's basically reminiscent of Dapper Dan's work from the 80s. Nike is also linked up with Billie Eilish for some reason that I'll never know, and plan on releasing a collab version of the Air Jordan 1. And Travis Scott continues to show us that he'll attach his name to any brand that cuts him a check, with his recent work with Dior. Which brings me to my closing point. Collabs used to be about creative work between two brands that made sense. But much like the movie sequel, now they are often cheap money grab attempts, fueled by greed and the belief that people will buy or watch anything if it's attached to someone that they're familiar with. There was a time when sneaker collabs with artists and other brands was seen as new and novel. In fact, we did a video on the transformation from athlete-endorsed sneakers to artist-endorsed ones. But much like all other things, is this too starting to run its course? Hit us in the comment section and let us know what you think about sneaker collabs. Are they still highly desired by you, or are they beginning to get played out? Also, don't forget to give the video a like if you enjoyed the presentation today. And if you want to be notified whenever we do other videos, hit the subscribe button and the notification to be updated whenever we drop new content such as this. So with that being said, I'm Nate the Great from TakeFlight214.com signing out until next time. Peace.